What's up, guys? So if you hear Ashley yelling in the background, that means school is in session. This coronavirus has presented some new and challenging opportunities, one being homeschooling in the Rogers house. She's doing a phenomenal job, completely transforming these kids' lives in front of my eyes. But in all seriousness, if you do hear it, she's trying to get them engaged in their rhythms for this morning. So apologies on the front end. But the reason why I wanted to put this video out, along with this email to you guys, is this. And hold on one second. The dog's in here. Go, Soph. There we go. I'm back at it. Is this morning, so the gyms were closed here in Arkansas, which is a common theme that's running through the country, along with restaurants, etc., due to coronavirus. And first, don't get me wrong, like, I'm taking it serious. I'm struggling, I will say. I'm struggling to understand the side of hysteria and fear that comes with it, the forget everything and run mentality. But the diligence I do get, in particular with our healthcare professionals, my mom, who's of course going through chemo, people with autoimmune disorders, etc. So being cautious, being smart, and like I've said throughout this week, don't be a dumbass. Yes, totally in alignment with that. However, what I'm not in alignment with is the forget everything and run mentality. And I think I posted this, or I shot out an email of, there's two types of fear: forget everything and run, or forget everything and rise. And that's who we are at the core, is we rise to the occasion. We rise to the occasion. And we don't use this as an excuse. We don't use this as a vacation or the easy button. That's not who we are. We use this as an opportunity to evolve as a man. If you find yourself kind of twiddling your thumbs, maybe that's a good opportunity to do some self-reflection in where you need to grow, right? Maybe it's an opportunity to audit your business. Maybe it's an opportunity to audit your marriage, let alone your relationships with your kids. How many times do you get to press, just slow everything down and really let growth catch up with you? And that's what I'm using this time for, is really to leapfrog my competitors, right? To also retrain my brain and really dive into who I am at the core. But I was yesterday thumbing through some YouTube videos, and Jon Wick came through my feed, and it was a Baba Yaga. And this is what my conversation was with the guys this morning, is that Baba Yaga, so the scene to set it up, and if you've seen Jon Wick, and if Chris Black watches this, he's got a action figure of Jon Wick on his dashboard driving down the road right now. But if you've seen it, it's in the very first one, and they've pissed him off, basically. And the guy is talking to his son, and he's telling him the story of Baba Yaga. And again, Baba Yaga is the boogeyman. And to shorten this, you see Wick go down to his basement. He pulls out a sledgehammer, and he starts just hammering concrete, until he wipes all the rubble away. And as the man's telling his son the story, he wipes all the rubble away, opens up this compartment, and of course it's full of his just tools of the trade, if you will, his pistols, etc. Because revenge for him was coming. It was coming in that life or the next. And in that scene, though, what I loved the most was, he says, the villain, if you will, says, you know, he is not the boogeyman. If I get this correct, he is not the boogeyman. No, you hired Jon Wick to kill the fucking boogeyman. You hired Jon Wick to kill the fucking boogeyman. And I just love it. And I just love it while Wick is just slamming that sledgehammer into the ground. And you're seeing rubble and shit and dust and just everything flying away. He's got blood on his shirt. I mean, and it, you know, then it cuts scene, right? But that was my conversation with the guys this morning. That's my conversation with you if you're watching this right now, is, are you the guy that we hire to kill the fucking boogeyman? What is the boogeyman? Who is the boogeyman? The last thing that you want in your life is, and I know this is the last thing I want on my deathbed, is the ghost of my unfulfilled potential surrounding me, saying, what the fuck, dude? Like, what the fuck? Like, now we got to die with you. We're going into that grave with you. So this is that opportunity to turn yourself into the assassin that you were created to be, to kill the fucking boogeyman, to kill Baba Yaga. Are you going to choose to do that? Or are you going to choose to exist? Are you going to live in a shell and live in a corner and go fucking hide? Or are you going to be the guy that people tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, brother, it's time. I need you. I need your help. Because there's nothing worse than seeing a man who just sits on the sideline when the firefight occurs. I was talking to Espindola, who is a guy you hired to kill the fucking boogeyman yesterday. Navy SEAL, 20 years. A lot of you guys know him, cadre. And he was telling me, he said, man, he says, mass hysteria over here in California. And he said, people come up to me asking me all the time, what's going on? What do we do? And they think because I'm a Navy SEAL or ex-SEAL that I know all the answers. And I just look at them and say, I don't have any real answers for you. I've been shot at, blown up, and have seen the worst of the worst. So you think this really fucking scares me? No, it doesn't. Do I take it serious? Yeah, I do. But I'm not going to let it paralyze me. And that's where you have to go in your mind in all areas of your life. When this shit blows over, it's the same thing. People, what's going to happen when this shit blows over, people are going to look up and they're going to say, holy shit, what the fuck was I so afraid of? Right? Was I diligent? Yeah. Was I smart? Yeah. Was I a dumbass? But did I let the boogeyman fucking eat me alive? Or am I going to be the man that they hire to kill that motherfucker? So as you go into the weekend, where is the boogeyman presenting himself in your life? It's your opportunity to kill him dead in his tracks. On the fucking day, man. Aru.